I think at the onset when I was starting, the biggest challenge was the production. I think like right now it's easier because a lot of the platforms that are here now, the TikTok, they really motivate people to use their phone. But back then when I was starting in 2016, hiring a camera, you don't have a camera, getting somebody to edit for you. We did not have this type of phones. Now I can use InShot, I can edit even when I'm uploading. So back then, when I was starting, we had a very huge handhold in terms of production, because now you don't have even the capital to start. So even talk to some people, come shoot for me. Then I'll say you are the one who shot. So maybe you can get more customers, more people who can pay for you. So the first challenge was always about production. That's why we started with simple content where somebody would just record me direct and would just. So that's the first thing that we had. And it all goes back to finance. So finance was the first thing, because I would do in my first year, I would do a lot of content. The content would trend, but I would not get any gigs. So finance was a hard time. Like for the first 1 year, I don't think I got any good gig for advertising, and they were all trending. People are watching you, and as a content creator, the moment you start trending, people automatically think you have made money. You might trend today, and tomorrow somebody is saying you have money, and you just trended. Nobody paid even towards that. So for the first 1 year, I had a lot of challenge, because now you are now trending, you're all over, but you're not making money out of it. Also for this thing, people tell you YouTube pays. For you to get paid on YouTube, you have to get more than 1,000 subscribers, more than 4,000 watch hours. 4,000 watch hours, those eyeballs are not easy to get. So the first problem was the challenge. Now you are doing content. This content is, people are resonating with it, people are responding well. Now, how do I make money out of it? Because in the long run, if you cannot make money out of it, it's easy to quit. And that's where most content creators quit. So me, I stayed like 8 months, 1 year, without getting any gig. So I would do other part-time jobs, then shooting, and this comedy I would do it as just a part-time job, like something I like, but that's not where I get the money. So it took more than 1 year now to start realizing, wow, somebody can give me the product I advertise. Actually, my first client, I approached them. Would go and tell somebody, you see me, I have these 50K followers, I can post your product, how much can you pay me? That's how now I started. But the main challenge originally was now how do I monetize content? Yeah. The most people, after people started now to resonating with it, I started gaining traction and followers. The main challenge was now monetizing. The other challenge was it's not easy with content. People get bored easily. How do you say revolutionize yourself? How do you make people continue loving your content? Because if you keep doing the same content, people at times get bored. And social media changes a lot. So how do you keep your content up to date? So that's another challenge, because you can create good content for 1 month, then next month your brain is locked. So the other challenge is how do you keep yourself? Do you watch more? I involve even new people. I have acted with a lot of people so that they can bring new ideas. So I decided to make my channel, as much as it's called Henry Desagu, it's not just about. I've acted with very many people so that they can bring new ideas, fresh ideas to keep me. So at the end of the day, my channel and my platform is not just about Desagu. There are people who started with me, then they ended up creating your own brand and being who they are. So that's how the other challenge, how do you keep updated? So that's one way I used to fight that. Overall, that's what I have done. Worked with brands, make sure I deliver for those brands, so that when you're advertising a certain company, one strategy I realize sometimes it's not just about impressing that client, but can you make other clients to be jealous of what you are doing for that client, so that that can be used as your audition or your proposal for the next. So whenever I started to advertise a company, let's say like Motorhub, I would do it so well such that other company would give me their gig, not because maybe I'm funny or they find me, but because of how I'm advertising that client. So for every handle is that. But the main problem is, as long as you are getting finance, keeping up to date, you're consistent. That has been the model today.